we are using the distance formula with decimals only. We're asked to find what? The distance between 2 points, and we need to round, we're asked to round to the nearest tenth if necessary. Okay, so first thing we want to do is we get the distance formula out. The distance formula is D is equal to the square root of the x's subtracted from each other, x2 minus x1, that quantity squared, plus y2 minus y1, and that quantity squared. So when we look at our points here, it's really helpful to label them. I like labeling them above or below just to mark them out. So this is going to be our first point. That would be x1. This is our second point, y1. Sorry, it's still in our first point. It's the y value in our first point. These subscripts don't change anything. It just helps us denote which one's which. So that means this second x value is x2, and the second y value is y2. Now it's a lot easier just to plug these right in. I have my formula, I have everything labeled, so I'll give myself some room. Distance is equal to the square root of x2 is 7 minus x1 is -2. That's a double negative sign right there. Be careful about it. And all of that quantity is being squared. We add that to the y change. The change in y is y2. 3 minus y1 is -9. That's a double negative again, so be careful. And all of that is getting squared. Now we simplify. I'll go ahead and do the order of operations on these so there's less confusion. So that means I'm taking care of these parentheses first, inside the parentheses. So that's going to be 7 plus 2, a negative and a negative. All that gets squared, plus 3 plus 9, quantity squared, and that's it for there. So finally, the distance is equal to the square root of 9 squared, 7 plus 2, plus 3 plus 9 is 12, and we're squaring that also. Okay, now we take care of our exponents. Distance is equal to the square root of 81 plus 144. All of that's under the square. 81 plus 144. 81 plus 144 is 225. Distance is equal to the square root of 225, and the square root of 225 is our friend 15. So the distance is equal to 15. So if we did get a decimal, we'd want to round it to the nearest tenth. They're not asking us to simplify it. We're doing rounding, and they wanted decimals. Let's see about the answer. Notice, and looking at theirs, it's always good to kind of review what they have also. So they did exactly the same thing. They labeled each one. They put it underneath it. That's cool. I like that too. Under or over, whatever's easier for you. They have this in a switched order. It doesn't matter so long as the order is the same for both of these. Usually we have the second one come first. It's a change idea, and everything else is done correctly.